Nói có dùng mùa nha. Mẹ dù con, mẹ lúc con mẹ nhận cho con xài. Chỉ cho con lò cho con tua mai. Giờ ít thôn xài chè. Giờ muốn năng là chỉ cho dù tua nữa mà.
Cứ chỉ muốn nên nhờ cứ chỉ muốn có thông plan để tên là chính xác thật cơ để thao những xa thiết nhà chỉ ta chỉ cần thở các chân đơn đi cầu ở đó cứ xem hoa để cho lời cứ xin lời chỉ toa cả toa trên nào ya cứ chỉ là hoa cứ cha cả la cứ chỉ là cái thật dài nữa na dòng xe ya cha cả la với tu nè chạy dòng đau trong trong cha lưu tê cười ở lưu ca cứ bị tâm này mà cha lưu tê nhớ cha là thật chạy mà lúc nào cứ bao nghĩ lưu qua mỗi theo thở kể dòng này phòng công mong lưu ninh che bị nụ na tao say kê chỉ sang chia ta cả ai lưu ca bữa ta đại baวันนี้เธอแค่อยากขากันเนี่ยให้เรากันสิกันในสักสักกันกูที่จะเลือกเดียวชีพกันมาช่วยอย่ามากูเลือกได้เลือกจะเรากันกูจะกันละกูที่เลือกใครตัดใจอื่นนะdòng xe ở chớ cả là với tu nè chạy dòng đau trong trong cha lưu tê cười ở lưu ca cứ bị tâm này mà cha lưu tê nhớ cha là thật chạy mà lúc nào cứ bao nghĩ lưu qua mỗi theo giờ kể dòng này phòng công mong lưu ninh che bị nụ na
กูทอดฉันดูว่าเธอกูต้องลันจีก็ยังรู้วิธีเธอใจแต่ชิมว่าหนูเปล่าถ้าใจกูใจเต้นลันดาก็มูนูนาคำว่าฉันลาแต่ฉันได้จำเขาเลยก็สิฉันเลยกันเนี่ยเท่ากันแล้วสิถ้าอยู่มินยอตาเจ็บsẽ nhớ chắc cả lâu ai từng nè chạy dòng đau trong trong cha lưu tê cười ở lưu ca có biết trong này mà cha lưu tê nhớ cha là thật chạy mà nên nó cứ bao nhiêu lúc cũng mất thật sắc kỳ dòng để phòng công mong để lưu ninh sẽ bình hưng đau
cứ cha cả la
Hi everyone, my name is Malia. I'm Cynthia's maid of honor and her first cousin. For those of you who may not be aware, Cynthia and I are both the eldest in our families. So as a result, I turned to Cynthia to be my older sister. Growing up, our weekends were filled with watching Disney Channel, pretending the Jonas Brothers were our boy friends, and reenacting Taylor Swift music videos, especially You Belong With Me. Cynthia wasn't just an older sister to me, but she often felt like a second mom. Maybe it's a 2-year age gap between us, or because of her motherly nature, but Cynthia has always been a source of safety. She gives me advice when I need it, and she isn't afraid to call me out when necessary. Cynthia, I love you so much, and I'm so glad you found someone that makes you happy and that you could spend your life with. Eric, welcome to our family. Truly wish you both nothing but the best. And as an ending quote from one of our favorite artists, it's either gonna be forever or it's gonna go down in flames. But I'm confident it'll be forever for these two.
Hello, my name is Elisa and I'm Cynthia's bridesmaid. You might be wondering, how did I make it up here? Honestly, I don't know. Cynthia, I'm happy to say that you're one of the women in my life that I look up to. All those nights when we stayed up until 2 in the morning, sipping on our drinks, you know. My stomach will hurt so much because we will be laughing all night. I will never forget those moments. The way I see it, that's exactly what an older brother does, and that's what I consider you. The last thing I remember about you, when you were single, was when you decided to steal my blanket, and I didn't see it for the longest after that. Guess who told you to wash it and return it to me? Exactly, Cynthia. What would you do without her, man? Today, I'm blessed to stand before the both of you and celebrate the beginning of this new chapter in your life. I'm grateful to have the both of you as an example of what true love is. I love you both. I love you both and wish you the best always. Thank you. Alright, so I need everybody to raise a drink for me, please, for us. Cheers to this new chapter of Erik and Cynthia. I love you all. Cheers, cheers, cheers!
My name is Chris. For those of you that don't know me, I'm Eric's younger cousin. And luckily today, I'm blessed to be his best man as well. So it's really my first time doing this. I heard he asked the best looking person he knew. But I think that person wasn't available, so he ended up But in all seriousness, thank you, Erik and Cynthia, for letting me be a part of your guys' special day. So I've been through many different experiences with Erik and Cynthia. You know, starting out with Derek, starts back to my first Four Loko when I was 17, to just getting hammered on a cruise a few weeks ago. And with Cynthia, on the other hand, we went to the same high school, never talked to each other, and now we're all a part of the same family. It's crazy to see how it started, how it went, and where it is today. So, as you guys heard, Alex mentioned that Erik and Cynthia came together because of me. I like to take a little bit of credit. Back in high school, when I was a little bit younger, I used to date this one girl. We used to FaceTime all the time. Ultimately, one night, she was like, oh yeah, my sister's here. Her sister turned out to be Cynthia. So I think I know you guys know who I'm talking about. But we'll leave it at that. During that time, I was living with Erik. Times were a lot different. But I still remember that the first time he heard, oh yeah, I have an older sister, Erik just ran like a dog to a bone, started barking and yelling. He was like, oh, where is she, let me talk to her. And you know, Erik did his thing, and somehow, sometime later, convinced Cynthia to go on a double date with us, and there became the first time that they met. I remember that day as clear as anything. Erik showered, smiled, and laughed. It's a miracle he did the same three and all in one single day. I'm surprised he did them all. But you know, it was this mean, grumpy guy, but all of a sudden something changed, and he just started looking like somebody completely different that I didn't know. I remember that night just like it was yesterday. We parked at the top of this parking garage in downtown Portland. And he's looking at Cynthia like, oh, do you know I was born right there? And I look to my left, and it's this building that just says Loyalty Building. And Cynthia just laughing. She does this thing where she starts to cover her mouth and just giggling and giggling. And it was just at that time that I knew, before the rest of the corny pickup lines, that these two were gonna be something special. You know, I could just see that she was gonna be somebody who could turn my cousin from this big, grumpy, mean old guy into somebody just full of life and laughter. And you know, before her, like I never saw Erik have any games, so he just pulled something out of his pocket, threw the Hail Mary, and ended up with this, you know, now beautiful wife. And I'm glad they made it this far because as you guys can tell, I couldn't, so he had to take over the team. Erik, you've been there through many challenging times of my life. For that, I'll never repay you. A relationship did become something later in our lives, but you know, you've been somebody I can go to when I need help, guidance, or somebody to get my mind off. You know, my cousin, but also an older brother I didn't have. Your relationship has been a hell of a ride. So many different, fun, and questionable experiences we shared over the last decade. I'm grateful for all you've done for me, the family, and everybody around you. As much as we poke fun at each other, we piss each other off, it'll never change the fact that I'll be there for you and you'll be there for me. Now, Cynthia, I just want to say you look great in that dress. Beautiful choice. It's a little bit different seeing you in a dress and not in the pants that you wore in the relationship. But that's true. I just want to say thank you. Thank you for taking Erik, for sticking by him and caring for him in a way I've never seen before. You've been a great person, a person who I'm glad to call family. Your energy has always been great to have around. You're smart, you're funny, and you're kind. There's nobody I'd want to see alongside Erik. You made an impact on my cousin's life. And although both of you have had your ups and downs, you fought through it and showed me that real love can make anything work. You got your hands full with this one, and sometimes I wonder how you do it. You know, I'll get a few missed phone calls from Erik, and when I finally answer, all I hear is, why didn't you pick up my call? You know, it feels like I have a second girlfriend sometimes, but I love the guy. You know, he might seem like this big, mean guy with no emotions, but you know, deep down, he's soft, caring, and we can all see how much he really loves you. I love the both of you, and I appreciate you all letting me be a part of your life together. Erik, you're going to be a great man. I wish to see a great husband and a great father. The time's taking a little bit, so why we get started on that. But, I know you'll be a great wife to Erik, a great mother, and a great family member. May you both continue to write your story and let us follow along in your new chapter as husband and wife. Thank you. Let's toast up for the bride and the groom.
All right, I believe Cindy has words for this couple.
I'm Cindy, Cynthia's aunt. Are you single? No. Cynthia, of everyone in this room tonight, I'm so honored that you asked me to make a speech. They made me go last because they knew I was going to cry. I'm probably the least knowledgeable one here in this room. I don't know much of anything, but if it's one thing I know, it's love. I've known her all my life, so give me a moment. I remember the moment you entered our lives. Your mom looked over to your dad and said, "George, did you buy flowers?" And I looked at her like, is she serious? She just pushed out a 9-pound baby. But truth be told, of all the flowers your dad could have bought your mom that night, you were the most beautiful one. Our first baby. There were probably a dozen people in that room. And all 12 of us felt the same feeling at that moment, and it was love. And from that moment on, our lives changed forever because you've shown us a love we've not known before. And our love for you only continues to grow and watch you bloom. Eric, water or rose? Keep the garden green. If someday you decide you don't love her no more, return her back to me. I will love her. Cynthia, you are definitely the rose in a field of daisies, and I love you so much. And you look so beautiful tonight. Congratulations.
You're my, always you're my, forever you're my reality. You're my sunshine, you're my best times, you're my anomaly. And I'd choose you in 100 lifetimes. I'd choose you in 100 worlds. I'd find you, and I'd say I do for the rest of my life. With all that I have, I do. And I will, when the sky is falling, I promise you I'm all in, no turning back. And every day, every moment, every breath you take, I choose you.